Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to take you through my cash envelope breakdown as well as stuff my cash envelopes with you. So let's just jump right into it and get started. Okay, so first and foremost, if you hear children at any point in the background, I apologize, but I am a homeschool mom, so my kids are here 24/7, and that's just real life, so I apologize in advance. It will probably happen more than once. I have already done my cash envelope breakdown because obviously you see the cash here, so I did go to the bank already, but I wanted to walk you through how I do this and what I pull out and what I don't, just to kind of refresh you if you have watched in the past, and also to introduce you to how I do things if you are a new viewer. So this is usually what I have printed on the back of this, and I cut this pretty small and it's in my planner, but for the sake of video purposes, I did make a larger copy. And I know I did have a comment on my last video that said don't turn the page, and I'm so sorry. It's just how I write, but I will try and remember. I'm so sorry if I don't. So when I'm doing my cash envelope breakdown, I like to have a total and then a tally so I know how much to ask the teller for. So groceries, so I'm going to start with my cash envelopes. Groceries, I do want the full 300. And I usually just ask for $300 bills. My spending, this is my personal spending, so every paycheck I get $25 cash. I'll usually just ask for a 20 and a 5. Toiletries / beauty is 10, and I will just grab a $10 bill. Health, same thing, 10 and 10. Family fun, 10. Dining out, we are not getting anything out this week. Miscellaneous is 50. And I'll just usually grab a $50 bill. Kid allowance, this time around I only asked for 10. For this, I do get all 10 in singles. Pet, 50. I usually just ask for another 50. Lawn and garden, 15. So that is 10 and 5. Christmas, 120. 120. Clothing, 40. Get 220s. Car maintenance, 35. And that's my toddler you hear, if you can hear him on the camera. My husband's spending usually stays in the account because he prefers shopping online. Let's see, vacation, 25. We'll do 25. Birthday, 52. Miscellaneous holidays, 56. 56. Homeschool, 20. Home projects, 20. And then laser was 20. Now looking back at what I requested, homeschool, I did leave in the account, so I'm going to cross that off. I just had to look and make sure I did order the workbook that I was looking at, and I did, so I actually just left it in the account. So 300 plus 25 plus 10, 10 plus 10 plus 50 plus 10 plus 50 plus 15, 120, 40 plus 35 plus 25 plus 52 plus 56 plus 40, 848. Okay. All right, so let's make sure with our tallies that that's what adds up. So this is 4, and that's 400. 1, 2, 3, that's 4 as well. That's 200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Math is hard. That's 160. 5 is 50. 1, 2, I'm sorry. See, I'm turning the paper. I'm so sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 25, and then 13 ones. So let's add those up and make sure it equals 848. So 400 plus 200 plus 160 plus 50 plus 25 plus 13 equals 848. Okay, so there are a couple of changes here before we move along. So sometimes it happens I don't get to the bank in time, and that's okay. But there were a couple of things that I did have to purchase. So we were getting ready to go camping with family for the Memorial weekend, and my kids needed some clothes. They needed some shorts and things like that. So I did use the $40 in clothing. So that I got the cash out, but spent before I did this video. So that is no longer in here. The other thing that's changing is I made a note. Miscellaneous holidays, 56. I am legal guardian for my brother, and he lives in a residential facility that is fantastic, and we were visiting him, and I had his Easter basket, and I had a couple of other things that I wanted to add to it. So I did spend that miscellaneous holiday money on Easter stuff for him, some extra stuff that he needed, and then gas to get where he is located because he is a couple of hours away from me. So that money was very well spent. We bought him lunch and everything like that. So that money was gone as well. Okay, so let's work with this from what we got. I know that I have a couple of random bills in here, but we will just adjust as we go, and that's okay. So let me get my wallet out. Okay. Yep, and I kept my receipts and everything in here so that I could remind myself that, girl, you spent the money, so don't put anything in there. Okay. Dining out is getting nothing. Entertainment. So it is getting 10. I don't even know what's in here. So, okay, 10, 20, 30, 40. Oh, okay, well, that's nice. Do something fun. Groceries. So groceries is getting 300. 1, 2, 300. Let's see, medical. So that's health, and that's getting 10. So we have $20, $30, $40 in medical or health. I am going to be making new envelopes. I've had these envelopes forever, and some of the zippers are falling apart. So here was some more purchases that I made. Miscellaneous, I'm going to take the change out. Miscellaneous is getting 50, so 55, 56, 57. This is irritating me. And then my personal spending money. So I am going to pull all of the coins out of here as well. So 25 for in here. So now my personal spending has 20, 40, 50, and 55. And then lastly is toiletries. that has a bunch of change in there too. No wonder my wallet was so heavy. There's just $5 left in here, and it's getting 10. So 10, 15 in toiletries. So that is it for my wallet. My wallet is all set. Okay. Okay, next up is my sinking funds. Christmas is getting 120. Christmas also has money in it in the bank, so I will add those in here also with play money, but I'll do that at a later date. So as of right now, in cash, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 55, 20, 40, 60, 80, 605 for Christmas. Car maintenance is getting 35, 20, 35. So it's 51, 20, 30, 35, 40. This will be great because my registration is due in June, so that will be able to be funded. Birthdays is getting 52, 51, 52. I just had my son's birthday. He turned 3, so this is very empty and needs to be replenished. And then my birthday's coming up in June. 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 56. Miscellaneous holidays, remember, is getting nothing, but we can count and see what's in here. 50, 55, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Let's see. Vacation is getting 25. So vacation now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Homeschool is getting nothing because I bought that online. Home projects is getting 20. It now has 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's great. I would like to put wainscoting in my son's room. So that may be our next project. We are also building out one of our closets. So that may be where this goes. Pet care. Pet care is getting 50. So I'm just going to take a 50, put that in there. Okay. And then this is why I said I need to like update my envelopes. This video is going to be very chaotic. You guys are going to see the real, like what's been going on behind the scenes. The next up was after pet was lawn and garden. This is my lawn and garden. It is not labeled yet. We'll get there. 15 goes in. So now we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, $60 in lawn and garden, which is great because I have to buy a bunch of like cedar chips and all of that. So that will be great to have that on hand. And this is not my $1 challenge. This is actually laser. So this is getting 20. 20 goes in here. So now we have 50, 100, and 20. Okay. That's it for that envelope. Okay, so after some adding, just have some extra, and that's okay. This is actually gonna go right into savings. I may not have like taken out clothing or something when I withdrew, and that's okay. I'm just gonna put it right back in the bank. All of my stuff is filled. All of my things are like taken care of and covered. So I'm just gonna put it into savings. And honestly, it makes sense that I pulled that and that's the amount because I have 46 going into emergency savings. So that's probably exactly where I'm gonna put it. I'm just gonna throw it back into the bank, and there you have it. Now all of this change is gonna go into my big piggy bank, and my envelopes are ready, set to go for the following weeks. My husband gets paid on the 15th and the 30th. So coming up soon, we will have another budget with me video, and it's the end of the month. So I will also be grocery shopping for the following month, which is June. My job is getting ready to start back up again. If you didn't know, I am a cheer coach for a local high school. So our summertime is extremely busy. So I will have lots going on and lots to share with you. But I don't know if you guys prefer long form or short form. I'm going to be doing both. I'm going to be showing you what we spend in a week and what our spending looks like personally and for our bills. So keep an eye out for that also. But if you like this kind of content, please give it a like or a thumbs up. That's kind of what I use to gauge what kind of stuff that you guys like, so that I can keep those coming out for you. But all in all, this is pretty much how I get myself together to stuff my cash envelopes. And like I said, those envelopes are going to be updated because, as you can see, not having an updated system can confuse you and it can mess up your money. Thankfully, this did not throw me off too much, but it could have. $40 can make or break your entire budget sometimes, and that's just where we're at right now. But that's okay. Thankfully, it didn't, and I can put this back in savings with no issues. But that's why it's so important to have a system that works for you. And your system that works for you may not look like mine, and that's completely okay. There are a million different ways to save money, a million different ways to budget, and this just happens to be what works for my family. But now you can see, if I don't stay on top of it, it can absolutely throw everything off. So that just tells me that I need to update my envelopes. I need to update my lists. And it does throw me off when I spend before I go to the bank. So I need to stop doing that and break that habit because it just throws everything out of whack, as you can see. But I'm glad that it happened so that you guys see, if it happens to you, it's happening to me too. Even though I'm a influencer budgeter on YouTube, mistakes happen to me all the time, and it's so worth it to show you guys real live on camera what I do when that happens. As long as my cash envelopes are taken care of and filled and my bills are paid, it's completely okay, and I can just put that money right back in the bank. Now, in an instance where something may have fallen short and I didn't know where the money went, I probably would have just put it in something that's extremely important or put it towards a bill. But because everything is taken care of and I still don't know where it's coming from or where it's short, I'm just going to throw it back in the bank and let it be like a buffer, or put it in an emergency fund. If it's still there by the time his next paycheck comes, then I will just put it right into savings, no issue. But I am going to leave it in checking as a buffer in case I miscalculated something. But if not, if it's still there when we get that next paycheck, I'm just going to roll it right over. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so much embracing me again with open arms. It feels good to be back. I really, as you can see, I really needed to get back into budgeting because I'm having some issues. So thank you again so much, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.